everyone. So, in this video, I'm going to take a little bit of time to explain how this course is laid out. Basically, how to find your way around each week. Okay? I try to make it as student-friendly as possible. When I design the course, I always think, if I were taking this class, how would I want things to be organized? How would I want it to be laid out? And I know that's not going to work for every single person, but it seems to work pretty well. But I want to take some time to explain it to you, because once you understand how each week operates, it's the same every week after that. So it makes it much easier if you have a better understanding of how to navigate through the course each week. Alright, so first things first, if you have not already done so, you want to pause this video and take the week 1 attendance quiz. You have to take the quiz each week in order to access the lessons and assignments for that week. And in this video, I'm going to be going through week 1 with you. And if you haven't taken the quiz yet, you're not going to be able to see any of the things I'm referencing. So if you haven't done so, pause the video, go take the week 1 attendance quiz so that you can see everything in the week 1 module, and then come back and resume this video. Right? So, once you take the week 1 attendance quiz though, and you click on week 1 module, you're going to see everything for week 1. Okay? Now, how is everything organized? You want to pay attention to those tabs going down the left side of your screen. We're here in the Getting Started section, right? You click on Getting Started, and you're going to see Meet Your Instructor, the course overview, this tab where we're at now, How to Find Your Way Around, attendance and weekly deadlines, a PDF of the syllabus, instructions for the textbook, and instructions for using Google Docs. Okay? Now, all of that information is very important. You want to give it an overview, look through each thing, especially the attendance and weekly deadlines, and instructions for the textbook. But what I want to focus on is actually everything that comes after the Getting Started section. I want to focus on week 1 module all the way down to week 10. Okay? You're only going to be able to see week 1 right now after you take the week 1 attendance quiz, but that's okay, because once you understand how week 1 functions, weeks 2 through 10 function the same way. First thing you want to keep in mind, though, is that this is a 3 credit hour class, which means you are expected to be in class 3 hours each week. However, there is an additional amount of outside work that's expected, and that would be 15 hours spread over 10 weeks. So that's an hour and a half. Basically what that tells us is, if this class was taken on campus, if we were in a classroom, you would come to class each week for 3 hours, and you would have roughly an hour and a half of homework each week. But this is an online course, so you don't go to class for those 3 hours. You have to do those 3 hours on your own by going through the material in each module. And then there's an hour and a half of homework. Basically, you should simply expect to have about 4.5 hours of work each week for this class. That 4.5 hours consists of the PowerPoints and videos and the actual homework assignments. It's all lumped together in that 4.5 hours. But how I have organized each module kind of corresponds to what it would be like if we were in the classroom. So when you click on week 1 module, first thing you're going to see over on the right side of your screen is a little introductory paragraph and then an outline for this week. It is the same outline that you see in the announcement when you first click on our course, when you're on the course homepage. There's an announcement there, a little video from me, and the outline for the week. It's the same outline that's here on the module tab. Both of those outlines just give you an idea of what lessons we're covering that week and what homework assignments are being covered that week. What you'll notice, though, is that each item on the outline matches up perfectly to the sub-tabs under Week 1 module. So when you click on Week 1 module, the first item you see underneath it, the first sub-tab, is the Week 1 attendance quiz. That's the first item on the outline. The next sub-tab in Week 1 module is syllabus review. The second item on the outline is syllabus review. The next item is intro to drama. That's the next sub-tab. That's the next item on the outline. So that outline not only tells you what we're covering that week, but it also matches up exactly to the order of the sub-tabs under that module. What you should kind of get in the habit of thinking is that all of those sub-tabs in the module are the lessons for that week. If we were in the classroom, that is what we would be doing together. We would be going over the syllabus together, and we would be going over intro to drama together. Then the very last sub-tab in the module is homework assignments. Some of those items we maybe would have done in the classroom together, but for the sake of keeping things in one specific location each week, any graded item for that week is listed under the homework assignments sub-tab. All of that combined should be about 4.5 hours of work each week, going through the lessons, completing the homework items. So if you can view each week in that manner, it makes it a little easier to know how to tackle each week. Go through the sub-tabs in order and then do the homework items. Now, the discussion each week is an assignment that you can do at any point, even if you haven't gone through the lessons for the week yet. Go ahead and do the discussion. You know, if you have to wait until Saturday or Sunday to do the homework, you can still do the discussion and post by Thursday night. The discussion is not dependent on the lessons of that week. It's totally separate. You can do that at any point. But before you tackle the other homework items, it's probably in your best interest to go through the lessons first, because you need to learn the material before you attempt the homework assignments, just like you would if you were taking the course on campus. You know that when you walk into the classroom, you're going to learn things that you then will be asked to work with in your homework assignments. It's not easy, and I'm sure if you've ever missed a class, it's not easy to try to just do the work without having learned the material. It's the same concept here. And to help you, it's more of a visual as well. You can visually see what you are supposed to learn that week before attempting the homework assignments. So that's how it works each week. You click on the module tab, you'll see the outline on the right-hand side of the screen. The outline matches up exactly with the sub-tabs in that module. Once you take the attendance quiz, everything will appear for you. You go through each one and then complete the homework assignments. Maybe you do the discussion before all of that, maybe not. But a lot of students are tempted to go straight to the assignment list. And that's a good way to see, you know, what you have for that week, but nobody wants to try to wing it. It's much easier and much quicker to finish homework assignments if you've learned the material. So go through the module just like you would if you were in class. Everything that's listed under that module tab is what we would do together in class. Do that first, then tackle the homework assignments. And it works the same each week. Module tab with the outline, attendance quiz, and then under the attendance quiz are all the lessons. The final sub-tab in the module will be the homework assignments for that week. And again, it's going to be about 4.5 hours total each week. Some weeks it might be 5 hours, other weeks it might only be 3. But that's over the course of 10 weeks, that's what it should average out to, is about 45 hours of work total. But that's how every week is laid out. If you have any questions, always reach out to me. But again, once you get through the first week or two, it gets pretty easy because it follows the same format every week. But again, the biggest piece of advice I can give you is go through the lessons first and then attempt the homework items. Minus the discussion, do that whenever you want that week. But you want to learn the stuff before you try to do the homework. Okay? If you have any questions or run into any problems, especially, as you're going through week 1, please reach out to me. I'm here to help in any way I can. Otherwise, you're free to move on to the next item here in the Getting Started section.